Not all kingdoms wear crowns. Some rise from your worst truths. These aren't just tarot cards, they're keys. Carved in shadows, guarded by stardust, a world beyond the veil opens. This is the Village of Kingdoms, and they've been waiting for you. Welcome to the Village of Kingdoms, a sacred realm beyond time and beyond illusion. This is a place of awakening, where energy stirs, truth unfolds, and we remember who we really are. We shine a light on what's been hidden. We call out the greed, the falsehoods, and make room for something more honest. They call it the Village of Kingdoms. And here, the tarot awakens what has always been within you. The gifts within us, intuition, deep knowing, ancient power woven into our bones. Here, we remember to trust it. Each card is a threshold and a mirror to the depths of our soul, rooted in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but made for the modern seeker, for the one shaped by silence, forged by souls searching and rising like a raging dragon set free. Here in the Village of Kingdoms, nothing's set in stone. We grow, we shift, we rise, again and again. Every sunrise brings a new chance, a fresh breath. Even in the darkest moments, light has a way of finding us. We don't walk this path alone. So whether you're here to speak truth, share your light, or simply find your way, you belong. Beyond the tarot lie the kingdoms, and trust me, every soul finds its way to them, sooner or later, not by force, but by need. Not always knowingly, but always right on time. Each kingdom is a mirror of who you are, who you've been, and who you're becoming. They don't just tell your story, they unfold it. Come now, the gates are open. Let me take you there. First, a realm of ruin and remembrance. This is no land of light. It is the underworld of your becoming, where shadows rule and truth has claws. Here, you won't find comfort. You'll find confrontation. You'll find the parts of yourself you buried, still breathing. And once the trolls call your name, there is no turning back. Welcome to Troll Kingdom. place carved from regrets and curse, where the walls whisper what you tried to forget, and the ground remembers every step you denied. In Troll Kingdom, illusions don't last. Sooner or later, everyone is seen as they truly are, and not as they wish to be. You think you've come here to heal, but Troll Kingdom doesn't offer answers. It holds up a mirror, and when that mirror turns on you, you won't like what you see. Because the real battle isn't with the trolls, it's with the part of you you've buried. The truth you've spent your life denying, the rage, the grief, the darkness you wrapped in silence. And when it rises, you won't run. You won't hide. You'll face yourself. And that is when the war begins.
Why is it always spiders? Oh yeah, that'll do it. Blue, I'm here. If we'd done this 10 minutes ago, maybe we wouldn't have missed the whole fight.
Ah, poor guy. Nice try, though. Now where were we? Oh yes, my favorite part. Prince Dexia, all charm and polished gaze, was born of ghosts and ambition, heir to the King of Cups, and a legacy carved from betrayal. His kingdom thrives on duality, devotion and desire, right and wrong, truth and manipulation. This is Dexia Kingdom. Prince Dexia wears his charm-like armor, but beneath it, Prince Dexia is haunted by the echoes of his father's sins and the ghosts of lovers who never truly left.
Every night she makes me feel like a king, then treats me like a dog the very next morning. Tell me, boys, what you think? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Be careful who you cross. Your revenge is sweet. The Queen of Cups and Dexia's mother, Latriska, ensures justice is served. The King of Cups is divided. Will you choose the light or the darkness? The choice is yours, but choose carefully. Some damage can't be undone. What was broken in Dexia may never mend. The next kingdom calls, ready or not. Beyond the chaos of desire and deception lies a different realm. Welcome to the Polarity Kingdom. In the Kingdom of Polarity, justice wears a crown, and her name is Queen Valora, the Queen of Swords. She cuts through illusion, provoking the change fairness demands. Beside her stands King Obsidian, forged in discipline and raised by war. Now in their second marriage, they embody the strength of blended families where old wounds become wisdom and love finds new form. Together, they rule with clarity, courage, and conviction. Here at Polarity Kingdom, you'll walk through the pillars of your past, confronting buried pain. Rats lurk in the shadows, devil's advocates stealing the gem of peace, trading clarity for survival. And deep within, the monster stirs anger, resentment. Here, the darkness became your teacher. As you leave polarity, you carry not wounds, but wisdom. As we journey through the village of kingdoms, know this, the Kundalini awakening does not rush. It arrives in its own time sacred, unrushed, and deeply personal. Some feel the stirring early, like a whisper rising from within. For others, it waits quietly buried beneath the waves of life's demands. Grief, desire, rage, and longing all waiting to surface when the soul is ready. We honor that timing. We protect what sleeps in the depths of our emotional seas. This is not just an awakening, it is a return, a remembering, a reclaiming of what was never truly lost. Welcome to the Feloria Kingdom. In this kingdom, the Hanged Man arrives first, inviting you to face your phobias and release quiet judgments about how peace should look. A new perspective begins to root. The King and Queen of Pentacles reign, not with gold, but with grace and enduring wisdom. But beneath the palace roots, something stirs. She is the keeper of the forgotten Kundalini eggs, a shadow dweller cloaked in beauty, twisting truth and whispering fear. She brings a warning. Those who bury their awakening too long will face it in its rawest form. Feloria is no ordinary kingdom. It calls you to confront your phobias, to see through illusion, and to live authentically, wholly, and unafraid. Will you listen? Will you rise? Or be consumed by what you've refused to feel? Feloria teaches that with faith, miracles unfold. The Ace of Pentacles brings what you've been manifesting. But beware envy and greed creep in quickly. Without gratitude, you may lose your way. In this kingdom, you'll awaken the spiritual gifts that have always lived within you. Here, your inner magic is not only explored, it's celebrated. Welcome to the enchanted kingdom, where your soul is truly seen.
Hey there, come inside. We've been expecting you.
Queen of Wands leads with love and compassion. The King of Wands welcomes all with open arms. Together, they watch over a realm of magic where you're about to meet a few of their enchanting friends.
In a world full of dreams, where the moonlight softly beams, there's a place where wonders gleam, and nothing as it seems. Mountains high, valleys low, where the gentle breezes blow. Friends we meet, and the seas we sow. Together we will grow.
The King and Queen of Wands remind you their love is fierce, and your spirit was never meant to be small. The enchanted kingdom will always be here whenever your soul is ready to return.
Go and dream, live the tale. We're dreaming, can't you see?
Before we arrive at the final village of the kingdoms, you'll encounter familiar faces from God's kingdom along the way. This time their stories are retold through a lens of healing, shadow work, and divine deliverance. Adam, the first man, is reimagined as the first narcissist, and Eve, no longer the villain, becomes the divine feminine wrongly blamed. Lilith, Adam's first wife, rises as the exiled truth-teller, refusing submission and reclaiming sacred temptation. In the lion's den, Daniel teaches us how to hold sovereignty in the face of manipulation, choosing faith when fear closes in. David, the anointed boy with giant courage, reminds us that purpose doesn't require perfection. Lucifer, the fallen light, becomes the embodiment of divine separation and the grief of ego's fall. Esther, the hidden queen, arrives right on time, proof that divine timing never misses. Naomi transforms grief into wisdom, and Mary Magdalene, once demonized, is revealed as the anointed healer, restoring the sacred feminine. Jezebel, misunderstood and feared, emerges as the unintegrated feminine shadow, powerful but disconnected. Priscilla and Aquila show us what sacred alignment looks like. At the heart of it all is Jesus, the living embodiment of love in a world ruled by fear, our guide to Christ consciousness. Samson, the warrior undone by misused strength, reminds us that unchecked power can lead to ruin. Joseph, one of the first psychics, betrayed for his gift, but gained respect for the accuracy of his visions. Abraham and Sarah teach us to trust divine timing, even in delay. Jacob and Leah speak to the soul that feels unwanted, yet remains divinely chosen. Saraliah, guardian of innocence, invites us back to stillness and sacred trust. Satan, the accuser of the soul, reveals the false light we must learn to discern in spiritual war. Hannah, barren and forgotten, she leads a faithful, polyamorous life, finally receiving her long-awaited blessings. The Queen of Sheba enters as the seeker of sacred exchange, reminding us to value wisdom over wealth. Mary, the mother of Jesus, carries the womb of promise and embodies the divine feminine in full power. Eliezer, the humble servant, walks in faith, guided by spirit without needing a map. These aren't just stories. They are reflections of your own becoming. But the path doesn't end here. Something else awaits, a place unlike the others, stranger, sweeter, and far more revealing. At first glance, it glows, a kingdom spun from dreams, dipped in delight, wrapped in sugar-dusted skies. But stay too long, and you'll see, this isn't paradise. It's a prison stitched in pink. Welcome to Sugarland Kingdom. Generations remain here trapped, not by chains, but by charm, bound by false light, fed on echoes of ecstasy, addicted to bliss, while the compass within quietly dies. Truth is dangerous in Sugarland. Here, fantasy devours it. Here, illusion reigns. You're taught to trust, to believe, to follow. But the people wear masks made of candy, smiling, lying, leading you deeper into the maze. Spiritual indoctrination cloaked as enlightenment. Conformity served with a wink. Devotion demanded in silence. Euphoria dangled above reality like a forbidden fruit you never stop reaching for. And still, no peace. Only a sweetness that rots the soul. Gossip flows like currency. Distraction is doctrine. And truth. Truth is smothered beneath pink clouds and candy-coated sermons. Whispers of havoc hum beneath the lullabies. Time stands still. Dreams decay. Hearts freeze in the shadow of impossible standards, where love is withheld and judgment is worshipped. This kingdom feeds you affection laced with poison. It praises beauty, then devours it. It offers safety, then locks the gates behind you. And as you look around, you realize this place was never meant to free you. It was made to keep you enchanted, obedient, and lost. This is Sugarland. And not everyone makes it out. To break free, you must awaken. But it won't be gentle. It'll feel like a cotton candy tornado, tearing down everything that once felt safe. From the wreckage, a phoenix rises. Not from bliss, but from truth. From the courage to remember who you are. Your power was never in the kingdom. It was always within you. So, the Village of Kingdoms lives on, built in wonder, bound by love, and forever dedicated to our dearest Toby.